Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you clicked on this video. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that is really interesting and really creepy and scary. Actually, I believe Jake did a video on it, so you can go check that out too and see how his experience went with playing the midnight game with the Midnight Man. I actually made an entire video of this. The video was so good. My makeup came out so great. Everything was amazing, and I went to upload it to my computer. I didn't have any storage, but somehow I got it on there, and then I went to do another video and I didn't have that one all the way finished. Jake had to erase everything on my computer, so the entire video got erased and I was never able to upload it. Basically, I'm gonna try and do about the same thing that I did because I really liked that video. It was actually one of my favorites that I had filmed, but I don't remember how I did my makeup. Today I'm gonna go with a purple eyeshadow look, see how that comes out, while also trying to tell you guys about the Midnight Man and the Midnight Game. It's actually really creepy and so scary. I don't think I would ever do it in my life, but apparently there are people that enjoy doing creepy things like that. Obviously, I know one of those people. I'm married to one of those people. Anyway, let's jump right into this. I'm gonna start with my eyes, and like I said, I'm gonna do a purple look for today, while also telling you guys about the Midnight Game. So basically what the Midnight Game originated as was like a pagan ritual that was used as a form of torture for like prisoners or people who simply broke the law. They just wanted to torture them, so they're like, hey, yeah, there's this pagan ritual where we're basically gonna summon somebody to kill you. I don't know really how it all adds up because the way you play the game, there's a specific set of rules. So if this did start out as like a pagan ritual for like people that were being tortured, it was like very specific how they had to play the game. But I mean, I guess back in those times, this was something that they focused on. Not really sure. Definitely would not catch me doing this. I'm not really into any of that kind of stuff where you gotta like summon spirits or devils. Ouija board, I don't like any of that stuff. I really don't like it even being in my house. We don't have one now because I'm like, no, get that thing out of here. It's funny because Jake used to do it all the time, and I even did it a few times. So that was before I like really was like, nah, like I don't want anything to do with this. This is not blending well, and I think it has something to do with this primer I use. It was like a hoot to everybody, so I was like, yeah, let me get this, it's gonna be great. And like for me, not so much. I really don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna go over the steps to play the Midnight Game. I really don't advise you do this, and if you go online and you look anything up, it's gonna tell you the same thing. Don't try this at home. But I mean, I know there's a lot of you who are probably like, yeah, let me try it because it sounds fun. Let's do it at a sleepover. But I would not recommend doing it at home. So basically, I just went online. It's really easy to find, and you can just look up basically how to play the game. It gives you simple, like easy steps. At the same time, it's something that you have to be really specific with. As the name says, it's called the Midnight Game, so it has to be done exactly at midnight, when the clock strikes midnight. That's what it says that you have to do in order for it to work correctly. I don't know if it can work not correctly, but that's what they say. So while you're setting everything up, you want to make sure that you're doing it in a timely manner and that everything's going to be ready by the time the clock strikes midnight. So you're gonna need a few things to start the game and to play this game. You're gonna need a candle, a piece of paper, something to write with, a wooden door, matches or a lighter, salt, and at least 1 drop of your own blood. And basically, if you're playing with anybody else, you're doing this game with anybody else, they need each of those things as well. So everybody needs a set of all of those things. Okay, I'm really not feeling this purple, but saw this look where like people literally just put eyeshadow now around their whole eyes, and it was really cute, so I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try and fix it up a little bit because this looks really sloppy and gross, but it's okay. I'm not going anywhere today. Okay, so we are gonna get the Midnight Game started. Are you ready? Are you really ready to start this ritual? I don't think so. I don't think I'm ready. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is write our full name on the piece of paper that we have with our writing utensil. You're gonna put your first name, your middle name, and then your last name. And then you're gonna pinch your finger with something, like something to prick your finger, and put 1 drop of blood at least onto your piece of paper and let it soak in to the page. Ooh, creepy. Okay, so you're gonna get set up in front of the wooden door that you're playing in the area that you're playing in, and you're gonna place the piece of paper right in front of the door on the ground. After you do that, you're gonna take your candle, place it on top of the piece of paper, and then you light the candle. Oh my god, this is getting scary. Take your candle and you light it, you put it on top of the piece of paper. Next, they want you to knock on the door 22 times. What is the significance of this number, you say? I have no idea. I don't know why they want you to knock on the door 22 times, but they do. So that's what you're gonna do if you wanna do this. Now here's where it gets like super specific. The final knock on the door has to be when the clock turns midnight. So you gotta time it really well, like as you're counting, like basically down like the seconds, I guess you could do. And as you're counting and you're knocking and the clock strikes midnight, at the 22nd knock, you need to blow your candle out. So you're gonna be in complete darkness because all your lights are supposed to be out. I don't know if I mentioned that. All the lights out in front of your door with the candle lit, knock 22 times, and then you're gonna blow the candle out. So while you're sitting there and you're knocking, you're gonna open the door, the wooden door. It's closed when you start. You're gonna blow your candle out, and then you're gonna close the door. Basically what that's doing is allowing the Midnight Man to enter your house. So you've just let him in and the game has begun. Y'all are ready for this. If you do this at home, which like I said, I advise you not to because it's so scary and why you want to mess with some demons and stuff like that, I don't know. But if you do decide to do this at home, I hope you are all ready to be really scared. At home, I've been doing a look where it's like I just want to be like have some color and look a little tan, so I've been putting a Lumi Glow on and then literally just like bronzer and stuff like that, so I'm like bright and beautiful. Now right when you blow your candle out and do all that, open the door and then close it again, and the Midnight Man is now in your house, you want to immediately relight your candle. So like as soon as possible, you're gonna relight your candle because you're gonna be in the dark if you don't. Once you relight the candle is basically when the game begins. So you're basically in the dark with just your candle and you want to start to lurk around your house in the pitch black darkness. Now if you're gonna play this, I would play it with some people because it sounds like you're gonna be really scared and I wouldn't be able to do it on my own, to be honest. And the goal is to avoid the Midnight Man until 3:33 a.m. I think that's like the witching hour. That's when the game would end. Basically you're just running around your house in the dark with only your lit candle, avoiding a boogeyman, Midnight Man that's chasing you. Like you're just basically trying to survive. When you're in your house and you're lurking around and it's all dark and everything, if your candle is ever to go out, you need to relight it as soon as you can. If it does go out, that means the Midnight Man is somewhere near you. You literally only have 10 seconds to relight that candle, and if that's not possible and you do not relight the candle within the 10 seconds, you need to form a circle of salt around you and stand inside of it. What they say is if you're not successful in doing either of those, the Midnight Man will start hallucinations in your mind of your greatest fear, whatever you're most scared of, and ripping out all of your internal organs one by one. It's said that you're gonna be able to feel it, but you're literally not gonna be able to react to any of it. Now, if you're able to create that circle of salt and save yourself, basically, you have to stay in the circle of salt until 3:33 a.m. So you can't like finish the game or leave the game at all, even though I don't think that's possible once you start. You have to stay in your circle. And if you are able to relight the candle and you don't have to form your circle of salt, you just basically resume playing the game and trying to run away from the Midnight Man. You have to continue without being attacked by the Midnight Man until 3:33. Basically, how you win is not being attacked and not being in the circle of salt. So it's said that once the game is over at 3:33 and you survive, the Midnight Man leaves your house and then it's safe again to be, you know, inside. However, even though it's safe, they say that sometimes the Midnight Man never really leaves. So you can experience scary things and supernatural experiences just by playing the game because he never really goes anywhere. So basically, if you start something like this, you might end up dealing with scary things for the rest of your life. While you're running around, there's like a few signs that you can notice a difference and that is possibly when the Midnight Man is after you or very close by. They say you'll experience like drops in temperatures, seeing like a pure black humanoid figure in the darkness, complete darkness, hearing like soft whispers or little noises. If you experience any of these, it's best to leave the area because that means he's near you and he's gonna attack you, and the object of the game is obviously to run away from him and not go anywhere near him. I just want to finish up by telling you guys a few things that they suggest not doing, because basically it's like breaking the rules and you're gonna die. No, I'm just kidding. You're not really gonna die, but obviously in every game that you play, there's a few things that you're not supposed to do. And so for the Midnight game and playing this game with the Midnight Man, you are not allowed to turn any of the lights on during the game at all. It has to be dark. The only light that you have is the light from that candle. You can't use a flashlight, like I said. You cannot fall asleep during the Midnight game. So if you're playing this game, you're gonna want to make sure that you can stay up for 3.5 hours. You can't use another person's blood on your name. So like say you prick your finger and like you can't get anything or something, you can't use anybody else's blood. It has to be your blood on the paper with your name on it. A lighter will not work in substitution for the candle. So if you're trying to play this game, you need a candle. You can't just like hold the lighter up and it'll work. It's not gonna work. And when you're playing the game, do not try to provoke the Midnight Man in any way. That is completely frowned upon. Like I said earlier, if you do decide to play this game, basically he's always watching you. He never goes away. Yes, it's safe to continue on with your morning or go to sleep after you play the game, but he never really leaves. So if you're interested in playing this game, I would highly suggest not to, because it's just a scary thing to do in the first place. Like, I wouldn't want to play this game because I would just be so scared. I'm a really big baby, like you guys all know. I don't even like mentioning scary things. Just talking about things like this scare me. However, if you do play, it is very likely that the Midnight Man will stay around and he will always be watching you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like it. Make sure you share it with your friends. Comment down below. I would like to hear your feedback. I also need a bunch of ideas on what else you guys want to hear about. I know there's a bunch of different legends and myths, but I'd like to know what you guys want to hear, or if you have any other ideas for a video, if you'd like me to go somewhere. I've been in the house a lot, so if you want to see me explore something, let me know. Again, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you.